Hey, it's Ted McGrath. Welcome to video number 2 of the high ticket funnel and high ticket closing training series. Again, there's a twist in this with AI, which I'm going to release in video number 4. Now, if you missed video number 1, it was all about nailing your niche, nailing your message, and painting the kind of nightmare day that your customer wakes up to and then the perfect day. So if you haven't watched that video, you should go back and watch it. But this is so important in terms of nailing the niche and the message, because you're never going to scale online. Or if you're scaling right now and you're at a ceiling and you don't know how to break through, that video will totally help you do it. I know this. I've spent $13 million in ad spend for my own personal brand, so you pick up a thing or two. If you're brand new, which we do have some people that are brand new, and you don't know what your program is yet, you don't know what your message is, go listen to video number 1. But in video number 2 today, it's all about a scalable online program, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you're selling services or consulting or coaching, or you're a course creator, or you're a service business, or you're an expert, or you're a marketing agency. We work with dozens of different industries, and you need a scalable online program. So how do you actually do that? Well, there's 4 things I'm going to share with you today that actually make it scalable. Lots of our customers are trading time for dollars, they're burnt out, and they only have so much time. And so this helps free up your time drastically so you can focus on the strategy of your company and doing the things that you love. Now, number 1, okay, the first thing you need is you need to create some type of group format to deliver your coaching or consulting to people, okay? Now, at the end of the day, even if you're a service business, we got interior design businesses that are doing this, cybersecurity businesses that are doing this, real estate businesses, financial businesses, all different kinds of businesses. And what we realize is people want information. They want to get knowledge, right? And they want to have knowledge and control over the thing that they're learning. And the only way they're going to have that is if you teach them. And a format that scales is group. So in a group setting, we do 8 weeks or 10 weeks of group coaching. Now, here's kind of the format. Write it down, okay? You show up week number 1 and you teach for about 25 minutes. And then after you teach for 25 minutes, then you open up and you do coaching in a group. That's why we call it group coaching. So most people do not have this figured out, and they're like, hey, Ted, I want to go create an online course, and you're going to spend hours and hours in a studio, which is the biggest waste of time ever, okay? You're going to correct yourself 40 million times, and then you're not going to get paid until you sell the thing. The great thing about group coaching program is you deliver the 8 weeks live. Again, each week you show up, you deliver about 25 or 30 minutes of content, and then you open up for group coaching. So at the end of 8 weeks, you have hours and hours and hours of content. And then you take that content that you've delivered each week and you package that up, and that becomes your online course. And so now, as you're selling this to customers, not only are they going to get group coaching, they're also going to get an online course with it, so they can go back over the material and over the material and over the material anytime they want. It's at their fingertips. All right? So don't do the reverse of like, Dad, I got to get in the studio and create this thing. You're wasting your time, okay? You're going to do exactly what I'm telling you to do. All right? Now, some of you might have fear, like I'm going to get up and teach for 25 minutes. What am I going to teach? What am I going to say? I'm going to teach you that in just a moment. It's really simple, okay? And I'm going to teach you that in just a moment. But you got to get the structure first, because the reason you're not scaling is not because you don't have knowledge, not because you don't have expertise, is because you don't have the structure that's helping you scale. And great structure will free you up. So number 1, group coaching. Number 2, take the recording of each week and put it into an online course. Number 3, people do need help with execution. So I'm not saying private support is not good. I'm like, we're like an execution company. I don't even call us a coaching company because we help people execute. So when we do private coaching and some of our more advanced stuff, we literally build the funnel for somebody. Like we build the whole thing. So we're like doing it for them, and that's like the highest degree of coaching is execution, right? Some of you don't have that done for you and you don't have the resources to do it, so we just call it private coaching. Now, why you're like, Ted, but I'm already doing private consulting, or already doing service work with people, I'm already doing private consulting. How's this gonna free me up? Simple. I'm teaching you the hybrid model, the scalable model, right? It's a hybrid of 1, group coaching, 2, online course. All you did was show up and taught the group course live for 8 weeks or 10 weeks, and now you got an online course with it. And 3, to help them execute, because they're not going to learn only in a group, guys. I tried this years ago where I just did group stuff. People don't get results. Then you give the private support, but here's the cool thing. You get to give less private support because they're already learning a group. They already have self-study online stuff, and then you can give the private support, And then here's the kicker. For those of you who like to do seminars or those of you who like to teach, you can actually, at the end of the 8 or 10 weeks, you can do a virtual seminar that you deliver online for a day or a day and a half, or you can have people fly in. So when you think about the value of group coaching, online course, some private support, and a seminar at the end to wrap it up, you're like, well, why the seminar at the end? I already taught them the information. You literally have to go over things and go over things and go over things for people to become pros. And one of the mistakes that you're making is thinking, if I just give it to them one time, they're gonna get results. No. You gotta go over it and over and over again. And by the way, this is a 90-day program. This should be priced at approximately between $5,000 and $10,000, okay? And then you need to have a program after that that's priced between 30, we can even say 20, because some of you are like, you're exploding right now going, how am I gonna charge $20,000, right? Some of you are like, yeah, I already charged $20,000, right? But between that program, the second program is gonna be somewhere between $20,000 or $25,000 and $100,000. Now I know what you're thinking, like, Dad, who would sell something for $100,000? Those of you who are brand new, we get some of you, and we like helping you as well. We have people like, Brandon Hawk who came in, and I taught him how to sell $75,000 stuff right out of the gate. I have clients like David who came in and started selling $100,000 programs. It took him a year or two, but started selling $100,000 programs, okay? So ultimately, you can sell a second program, right? First is the 90-day, then's the next one. We call it Tier 1. Tier 1 is the 90-day program, and then Tier 2 is then the year-long or the next tier program, okay? Make sense? Now you might be thinking like, well, after 90 days, I gave them everything. No. Like, you have to immerse them in it. If anybody's gonna master anything, like you wanna teach somebody real estate, you think it's gonna happen in 90 days? You wanna teach them cybersecurity, 90 days? You wanna do like, teach them finance or teach them business or teach them marketing? It ain't gonna happen in 90 days, dude. It's just gonna get them started, right? So then you gotta take them beyond that, and then you got to help them and you got to immerse them in it, okay? So you need a Tier 1 between 5 and 10,000 and Tier 2 between 20,000 and 100,000 bucks, okay? Might be like, Dad, how am I gonna get there? Don't worry, you should join one of our programs, all right? There's probably gonna be somebody calling you to book a call with you to help you and give you a little bit of free time to help you first, and then you should join one of our programs. Because if you don't have a scalable program yet, somebody needs to help you create it, okay? So this is the basic structure, and you gotta nail this, all right? Now pricing, and I want you to get this, pricing, my friend, is a function of outcome, all right? If you watch video 1, you heard me talking about a chiropractor, and the chiropractor's like, I work on their body, I get them out of pain. No. If you work on an entrepreneur like me, let's say I was in some pain or whatever, eventually I'm gonna feel more boom and more energy, more productive, make more money, right? Then I'm gonna have more time with my family because I have more energy to come home and spend time with them and be with them, right? There's multiple outcomes. So pricing is a function of outcome. And some of you are just selling your system and you're like, hey, get my cool real estate system and it's gonna help you buy a house. Okay, if I bought more houses, what would happen? I would get passive income. Or let's say I bought multifamily, I'd get passive income. If I got passive income, what would happen? I'd be freed up to focus more on my passions. If I got passive income, what would happen? I'd get better tax deductions. If I got passive income, what would happen? I could build more wealth. If I got passive income, what would happen? I could take more vacations. If I got passive income, what could happen? I could spend more time with my family. If I got passive income, what could happen? I could spend time teaching my kids to become entrepreneurs. There's like 7 benefits, dude. So if you're just selling like the one benefit and the one thing, guess what? You're gonna get paid probably what you might be getting paid right now. $200 an hour, $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour. $1,000 an hour isn't a lot of money at all. Think about that. Okay, you spend $1,000 an hour. Even if you're working 40-hour weeks, you're making $40,000. Maybe you're taking home. Maybe you're living 40 hours a week. Maybe 30 max. You're bringing home maybe $100,000 a month. Come on, and then all your time sucked doing that one-on-one? No, you need a scalable program. You need to start pricing based on your outcomes. And pricing is based on what the market's willing to pay for it. Okay, so you're underpriced, most likely, all right? And you don't have a scalable program, most likely. And if you ever want to scale online, guess what? You're never gonna be profitable and make an ROI online if you're not selling something for $5,000 if you're in this space where you wanna sell more high-ticket, scalable online programs and courses. Okay? And I want you to get this out of your mind of like the set it, forget it, like that whole notion of like, I just want to automate and sell courses and make passive income off courses. That don't exist. Okay, I was sitting with somebody the other night. It's like, I want to set it up and I want to get big. No, it doesn't exist. Okay? It's a pipe dream, right? No matter what you're doing, you have to build a business. Even if I'm building a real estate business that delivers passive income, there's work that goes into that, okay? So in life, you want to be productive, my friend, right? This idea of sitting on the beach and doing nothing, you would be bored if you're a person who wants to be a good member that's helpful to society, right? Think about that. I just want to go sit on a beach for the rest. How selfish is that? Go help people, right? Nobody really wants that, okay? And anybody who does that is going to be idle, bored, and is going to get into lots of trouble, all right? You want to be productive. You want to help people. You want to make an income. You want to pass it on. You want to teach others. You want to make a fortune. You want to make millions. You want to help your family. These are outcomes. So price your program by thinking about, if I deliver my service or my product or my program, what outcome will they get in their personal life? What outcome will they get with their family? What outcome will they get financially? And yes, you people who teach health, if you help somebody become more productive, what do you think happens? Right? If their energy's better, they're going to be more productive. If they're more productive, they might get a raise. Why are you not talking about that? That's why you're underpricing, and you're in industries that are literally being squashed down, particularly the health space, right? Where insurance is paying for everything because your industry's been squashed. Most of you are sitting in a squashed industry that you're literally lowering your prices, and what's happening? Inflation's going up. You're crazy, right? You think inflation's going up by an average on 14% a year. You're getting all the stuff in the reports where they're saying this, oh, it's 3%, inflation under control. It ain't under control. It ain't under control. You're going to the damn supermarket and you're buying an avocado. It's like $7, $8, or $9 depending on where you're living. It's not under control. You're going to your hotel rooms, and when you go look at a hotel room today, the price is so much more. Dinner that used to be a $250 dinner is now $500. And here you are, you're undercutting, you're underpricing your stuff. You're like, nobody's going to pay me more for that. You're going to go out of business. So you need to listen to what I'm saying. You need to price based on outcomes, okay? So the lesson of today, how do you scale what you're doing? I gave you the structure. I talked to you about pricing equals outcomes. And trust me, I've done this with person after person after person. Pricing is based on outcomes. Outcome personally, outcome professionally, outcome financially, what outcomes, how is it affecting their life? Not just, hey, I sell this cool service, or hey, go buy these multifamily real estate buildings, dude, for what? Like, what outcome is it gonna give me? Hey, go do this cool health thing where you can put some stem cells into your body, for what? What outcome is that gonna deliver to my life? Right? Hey, the cybersecurity service where you can protect yourself from getting hacked. Great. What outcome is that going to help me with in my business over and over and over again? What's that going to save me? What costs is it going to save me from? How's it going to help protect my family? How's it going to help protect my employees? How's it going to help protect my business? How's it going to help me with future growth? How's it going to help me with investing that money? Is it going to help me make money by protecting myself? Show me all those things, and you get paid more as a cybersecurity expert. So this is the game, all right? So what I want you to do right now, a little exercise, okay? And we're gonna end this video, and then we're gonna go to the next one, okay? The next one's really exciting. So, number one, first thing you need to write down is, whatever your service is, what is the outcome that it delivers, okay? What's the first outcome? And then if you help deliver that outcome, what other outcome would they get? And what other outcome would they get? And what other outcome? You need to have 5 to 6 outcomes. Then when you look at those outcomes, I want you to look at it and go, wow, my current pricing, should I be charging more? And for most of you, 95 to 98% of you will probably say yes. Because I know statistically with all of our clients, 95 to 98% don't have a scalable program, are not charging what they should, and that's why they can't go online, because they can never be profitable unless they follow this structure. This is why I'm teaching this. Remember, everything's geared to get you scaling online. Those of you who are online right now and aren't making enough money, you're underpriced. You don't have the juice. Hey, Facebook's raising their prices, Instagram's raising their prices, YouTube is raising their prices, but you're not. And so that's why you can't compete in that marketplace. You can't win. All right? So this is the game. Write it down. Price is based on outcome. What outcomes are you delivering? I want you to walk away with 5 right now. And then the second thing I want you to do is, based on the program that I just gave you, the structure, you're gonna have a group program with an online course, with some one-on-ones, and potentially a seminar. Out of those 4 things, you need at least 2 if you're gonna have a scalable program. Circle all the ones you want. Do you want a one-on-one in it? Do you want group? Do you want online? Do you want a seminar? That's the hybrid model. The ultimate model is the hybrid model, but if you take 3 out of 4, you can still price your tier 1 between $5,000 and $10,000. All right, I gave you a lot of information. Hope it serves you. I'll see you in the next video. The next video is gonna be really exciting because we're gonna talk about a AI-powered sales funnel, okay? Now you might be wondering, like, Ted, like what, like in terms of my program, like what am I teaching for my scalable program? That's what I'm giving you in this video for now. It's enough to welcome you into the community. You need to focus on this first. If you need additional help, you can book a consultation with one of my coaches, get on the phone, and they can give you additional help to figure out what really is going to be delivered inside your coaching or your online course, your consulting or your services. What's really is it that you're delivering, and how do you communicate that so that you can get paid more, okay? But in the next video, it's going to be about scaling that AI-powered sales funnel, the unique new sales funnel that's going gangbusters, okay? I'll see you in the next video.